So today we will start with chapter 8, Introduction to Trigonometry. Okay. So here in trigonometry, what we will study trigono means 3. Trigono means 3. And no means sides. And metry means measurement. So here we will study a right angle triangle, and its 3 sides measurements, relationship and ratio. Okay, here we will study it. So suppose this is a triangle, and here we want to know the relationship between this line and this line. Okay, so for that in trigonometry some ratio is given. So those ratio, or we want to find a relation between this and this line. So one ratio is given, or this line and this line, one ratio. Likewise, between any two lines, if you want to know a relationship, a ratio is given to measure that. So we will understand here what ratios are talked about or discussed in trigonometry. It is a basic only, and basics we will understand in our this chapter 8. Okay, so now we will start with some technical terms which we will be using throughout it. Okay, so suppose one right angle triangle it is, and here it is right angle. Okay, it is B, and it is acute angle, and it is also a acute angle. So suppose for this acute angle, you want to find ratio between these two lines for this, or suppose for this some ratios are given that we will discuss here. So first ratio, and this is for this angle we are discussing the ratio. So this is known as the theta. It is known as the theta. Okay, for which angle we will be discussing the ratio, it will be known as a theta. Or suppose we make it A, B or C, we can write it as A also. In place of theta we can write also A also. If A is given, it is this angle. If this theta is given, it means for this angle we are talking. So here you see in the normal right angle, it is a base always. It is a base. It is always hypotenuse, and it is always perpendicular. Means perpendicular, making a 90-degree angle. So if for this angle we are discussing, so this perpendicular, we know this as this line as it is opposite to theta here. So this is known as the opposite to theta, or opposite to some angle. Okay, and this is just adjacent, just nearby. So it is known as the adjacent line to theta. Okay, adjacent line, opposite line to theta. So suppose for this we want a relationship. So first relationship, here what they have made. First relationship they have in this trigonometry, it is known as the sine. Means you see it is coming from this side to this side. So they have made it perpendicular upon hypotenuse, or line opposite to theta, line opposite to theta. Okay, if we will write sine A means the same. Sine A means perpendicular line opposite to A, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Then the other, and this is known as sine. In short, we will call it as a sine. Okay. Now, suppose second relationship. Second relationship is this one. Okay. This is your base. So second relationship, they have termed it cosine. It is cosine. And we call it as a cos. Okay. So here the relationship is base to base upon hypotenuse. You see the ratios we used to write previously, ratio, how we used to write? A is to B or C is to D. But if you want to multiply this, it becomes difficult. And so in math, AB ratio we can write it A upon B. CD ratio we can upon C upon D. So here it multiply or addition or subtraction, it becomes very easy. In the same way, if line is AB, suppose the line is AB, other is BC. So we can write its ratio as AB upon CB. So ratios we can write in this way. In this way we will be using in trigonometry because it makes it easier to multiply. Suppose we want to multiply or divide. So this fraction system, it makes it easier. So here in trigonometry, all the ratios we will be defining like this. Not like this, we will not be using. This format of the ratio we will be using here. Okay, that's why these are here. Actually it is P is to H, but we will write P upon H likewise. Now your third ratio is coming. Third relationship is like this. This is your third relationship, and for this the ratio is, it is, see, you see, it is a tangent line. It is a line tangent to these two. It is touching this. So tangent so we call it as a tan. Okay. So these two lines, it is touching, so it is a tangent line. Tangent, then it is P upon B we write. So this diagram you keep in your mind and try to keep in mind sine A, or in place of sine we can write also theta if this A is not given here. Suppose only theta is sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, or it is sine A, cos A, tan A. Okay. Now this is the three relations we are discussing. Okay. Now, suppose you want to know the relation between this and this to this. So then what happens? Then we term it as a cosec. And is extra, so we write is cosec, and then the relation will be H to P. It is your fourth relationship. So fourth one is H upon P. Then other relationship now comes. Suppose you want a relation between this and this. It is your fifth relationship, and it is known as a sec. Sec, or A and T we will put here. Second, it is termed as sec. So here the H upon B, it will be. And now other is, suppose you want to know the relation between this line, so it is the sixth one. It is the sixth one, sixth relationship. So sixth ratio is coming cotangent. It is tangent, it is cotangent. So we got it as a cot. Cot equal to P upon B. P upon B. So here we want the relationship between this and this. Previously we have found a relation in tangent. We have found a relation from P to B. Now we want a relationship from base to perpendicular. So base will be upper side and P will be here. Base to it is 6. So here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here what you are getting? Here you are getting sine, cos and tan are the three first. Then opposite to it, sine's opposite is cos, cosec, cos opposite is sec and tan's opposite is cot. Okay, these three opposite you are getting. So from here we will go to our exercise 8.1, question 1, and we will go on discussing again these your topics. Okay, one by one we will discuss, but by the time you keep these in your mind. Okay, in question number 1, a right angle triangle AB is given. Right angle triangle is given, and A and B is 24 and AB is 24, BC is 7 centimeter. Determine. You have to find sine A. Means from this angle you have to find sine A. Sine A you have to find, and then cos A. Cos A you have to find, and you have to find it is 1. It is first question, and likewise. So here before to doing this, we will find AC also. So as per your Pythagoras theorem, this AC is equal, AC square is equal to AB base square plus perpendicular. It is base. It is your base. It is your perpendicular, and it is your hypotenuse. Okay, AB square means hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is equal to base square plus perpendicular square, means BC square. So this AC here, hypotenuse, you will be equal to under root 24 square plus 7 square is equal to, it is 49 5 7 6 equal to under root 9 is equal to 25 into 25 under root equal to 25. H equal to 25. So this is your 25. Now we will find all the ratios. Sin A. Sin A, you know, this is the first relationship, means P upon H. P upon H. So P is 7 upon 25. Okay. Then cos A. Cos A is your, from this to this, means base upon B upon H. B upon, so 24 upon 25. Okay, now question number 2 is coming. Question number 2, they want sine C equal to. So suppose this angle we are not taking. We are taking this as a your theta. Okay, so if this is your base, this is C, so it will be line adjacent to theta. Line adjacent to theta becomes then base. It will become base, and line opposite to theta, this is your theta, so line opposite to theta, it becomes your perpendicular. Okay, this will become like this now. So sin C, suppose you want to, sin C means the relationship between perpendicular and hypotenuse. So sin C is equal to P upon H. So here P is 24, H is 25. P upon H, but the measurement will change, 20 upon 25 it will be. Okay. And other is cos C. So cos formula is B upon H. So here you see your base is now 7. Base has become 7 and H is 25. H is 25. So these are your answers. Okay. So here one question is over. We will go to question number 2. So this is the question given. This diagram is given and you have to find tan P minus cot. So again we have to first find out this line. Okay. So this, suppose this is your base. So QR square is equal to hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square. Okay. So hypotenuse is 13 square minus 12 square, and QR, suppose we are removing this, so then it becomes like this. So 169 and 144. So is equal to 25 under root is equal to 5 into 5 is equal to 5. So this becomes your 5. Okay. Now this is E for this. First we will find R. Suppose we are taking this relationship. From here we are discussing. So, or tan, suppose we will take tan first. Tan P means theta is here. So tan P, if it is tan P we are taking as a theta, then it becomes your base, side adjacent to theta, and this becomes opposite, it becomes your perpendicular. It is always hypotenuse. The larger one is always hypotenuse. So here you want tan P. Tan P means perpendicular upon base. So tan P is equal to perpendicular upon base is equal to 5 upon 12. Okay. Now we will find cot R. Okay. Now we are taking the same figure, but now it is theta is here. So line adjacent, it becomes your base, and it becomes opposite line, it becomes your perpendicular. So cot means the relationship opposite P upon B. It will become P upon B. It is the sixth relationship cot. So cot will become P upon B is equal to, sorry, 1 minute. So 6th point you remember here, the cotangent is base upon perpendicular. So it becomes your 5 upon 12. And one thing, tan's opposite is cot. So if tan is equal to P upon B, cot will be just opposite to it, B upon P here. Now if you will minus it means cot, tan minus cot. If you will do, what will remain? If you subtract, what will subtract, then what will 5 upon 2 will go upon, and 0 will remain. So answer is your 0. If is equal to 0, this is your answer. Question number 2 is over. Now we will go to question number 3. Question number 3, if sin A is equal to 3 upon 4. Sin A, if we make a triangle, so this is your perpendicular, this is base, and this is sin, and this is A. Suppose it is your A, and this is your B, and it is a baseline. Okay, A and B. So from here, so sin A means P upon, it will be equal to P upon H. It means it is, if suppose it is a 3 k, suppose it is a 3k, so it will be h equal to will be 4k. K is nothing, we are because it is a ratio, we have taken a number to multiply the ratio. We have taken any number, it is a positive number, any positive number, any positive number. K is any positive number, okay. We have taken a number so that ratio 3 is multiplied by our ratio, if multiplied by the same number, nothing happens to it, it remains the same. So P upon H 3 upon 4. So what will be base? So first we will be, because we have to calculate cos A and tan A. So better we will find first this one. Okay. K I am removing, it is not required here, just I told you. Okay. We just told you. So base. So base square is equal to hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse is 4 square minus 3 square is equal to base square. Or AB is equal to AB is the base, so base in place I am writing 4 4 16 minus 3 3 is 9. Okay, this we are putting. So AB is equal to under root 7. So this line base is, what is this sign? Under root 7. Here it comes, base is under root 7. Okay. Now we will find cos A. Cos A means the relationship between here to here. That relationship number 2 you remember. So it is base upon H. So formula will be 7 upon 4. Okay. Now tan A. Tan A, you remember the number relationship tan A. So tan is the relationship between these two lines. The third relationship here P upon A. So equal to P upon A. So P is 3 and A is under root 7. So these are your answers. Okay. Now we will go to question number 4. But here video is becoming lengthy, so we will cover that in our next video. Thanks for watching. Please share with your friends so that they can also subscribe and watch our further videos also. Thank you.